All right, guys. Welcome to Wismo Technologies. Malik here. Quickly share my screen and then get started with the today's demonstration. What we have recently faced in our one of the lab exercise. Right. Here's my screen. Right. Let me get that output here. All right. What was the issue and then what exactly the root cause and how we fix that particular issue? This is the 19th new feature, 19C auto upgrade. We are using this 19th new feature for the database upgrade. We are upgrading database from 12C to 19C. The issue is like this, 19C auto upgrade pre-check, which got failed with the error message, disk space for recovery area is full. All right, that's great. Why we hit this issue and then what's the root cause and how we can figure it out. Again, the error message is clearly says the pre-check failed for U81 database. It's a RAC database upgrade, or U81 and U82 are the two RAC database instances. And manual intervention is needed to fix this particular disk space for recovery area is full. The root cause might be we do not have enough space on the FRA location, either on the OS file system or on the ASM disk group. If your database is running under OS file system, the OS file system does not have enough space. Or if your database is running under ASM storage, that ASM disk group does not have that enough storage. All right. The other issue might be your FRA space, whatever the FRA size you specified inside database, that FRA is full and that does not have enough space to continue with the database upgrade. Again, the fix is straightforward. You can either make sure that your physical space is available or your FRA or your ASM disk group mount point, the ASM disk group location, whatever the FRA location is, that has enough space. Or increase your FRA space. If you have enough space on the ASM disk group or the OS file system, but your FRA limitation, what you set at database level, that is full. Go ahead and increase that FRA location. Right? That's the issue, error message, and root cause, and the fix what we did. So here is the error log and the output. So this is the RAC node 1, Oracle Lab 1, and I'm connected to this U81 RAC instance 1. And we are going to create a config file by running this create config file using this 19C Oracle Java jar file. This is auto upgrade jar file. I'm going to use it. I'm going to create this sample config file. And once this sample config file is created, I'm going to rename that sample config file according to my database, what I'm going to upgrade. And I'll go inside that config file and can modify all my target details, UAT database, RAC nodes, and source Oracle Home, target Oracle Home, and time zone upgrade, and port checks. All those configuration, I can change it in this config file. And then we'll run this auto upgrade analyze mode. Analyze mode is basically a pre-check for the 19C auto upgrade feature. A pre-check, we call it as analyze mode. So I'm going to run the same command, the 19C Oracle Home Java jar. I'm going to use this auto upgrade jar file, which is a 19th new feature. And this auto upgrade is a jar file. You need to download it from oraclesupport.com. That's one of the Oracle Moss article. I'm going to probably post it in my description here. You can take a note of that Moss document ID. You can download from there. And I'm going to pass that config file and the mode equal to analyze mode. Analyze mode is about pre-check mode for this auto upgrade. So the moment I ran this analyze mode and it went into this upgrade window, and then this upgrade window LSJ list jobs, and it's doing a pre-check. Job ID is 101, and then job 100 is completed. And then the summary it says job finished 1 and failed jobs are nothing. The job is finished, whether it succeeded or not, you have to validate by looking at that log file. After I looked into this status.log here, more status.log, it says UAT pre-check failure. And then that failure it says check failed for UAT1, manual intervention needed for the below check. Disk space for recovery is full. All right. So you can go into your pre-check directory. This is your pre-check directory. You can go inside that and look for the particular pre-check log file, which will tell that the FRA space is less or more details on this particular log file. So after that, I directly jumped onto my ASM. This is the RAC database and having the ASM as a storage. I logged into that ASM storage, and the moment I do lsdg, my FRA is located under RICO disk group, which has left with only 2 GB free space. That is one of the underlying root cause. So I went ahead and then removed some of the files inside this RICO disk group, and to make some room or some free space for my database upgrade, I removed some dev database related log files, the RK log files, and I removed some test database related. Here is the test database and some test database related log files. After I removed all of those, my FRS space got increased up to 11 GB. Right, fair enough. So OS side, we increased the file system, and going further on the database side, I connected to, it's not a dev database, it's a test1 database. After connecting to the test1 database, so if I do show parameter recovery, it says Rico, which is of 8 GB. I increase it up to 20 GB after I increase it. So that's the second fix what I mentioned here in the initially, right? One is physical space, whether available or not, make sure that on the OS file system or the ASM disk group level. And the second one is on inside database side, go ahead and then increase your FRS size. So both the fixes we done here. After that, we reran the auto upgrade in the analyze mode. Same thing, 19C JDK Java jar file, auto upgrade jar file, and config file, analyze mode. And this time again, job 102 completed successfully. And then it says status log. Here, if I do more on the status log, the UAT pre-check is successful. So that is one of the brilliant way to analyze by running this auto upgrade in the analyze mode, and then look at the log file and then verify what exactly the root cause and then fix according to that root cause. Okay, that's a quick demo what I faced in my recent lab demonstration for our regular batches, and this is a root cause and that's the fix what we applied. All right, we will see you in our next videos with a new more update. Until then, take care. Thank you.